It's still raining here in Cochin. Crazy weather. So the whole process of packing for any road trip or travel plan is something that I look forward to, most often as much as the actual trip itself. I find the whole process of choosing and eliminating and fine-tuning the luggage and the luggage systems enjoyable and challenging as well, especially when you're traveling in a country like India with the diverse weather and terrains. It sort of takes the challenge to a whole another level. So after a lot of fine-tuning and nitpicking, I've sort of finalized on the things that I'm actually going to take on this particular road trip, with the objective of making the whole setup a lot less bulkier and just easy to carry around. So let's cut to the time lapse and show you what I'm carrying. So this is pretty much everything that I'm carrying for the trip. As you can see, there's not much, but it's not too less either. So I'll just quickly take you guys through some of the things that I'm carrying. There are a few things in there that I'm using for the first time, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've tried to trim down on as much of it as I can, by either eliminating it altogether or just using a more compact or lightweight version of things. And yeah, this is the final result, so let's get to it. So coming to the clothes that pretty much take up the bulk of the luggage, I've used this case from a company called Aircase off Amazon. So I pretty much packed all my clothes into this, and this goes inside my saddlebag and stays in there nice and tight. I've also used cases for all the thermals and winter wear. Same goes for the undergarments, socks and all of that. So packing them inside these luggage spots sort of make it easier to find a particular piece of clothing, especially when there are other things packed into the saddlebag. A quick dry towel, a fleece jacket again for the cold, basic raincoat, top and bottom, toiletries, and a pair of sneakers and flip-flops. So all of this pretty much goes into one of my saddlebags, whereas I use the other bag to pack everything motorcycle and camping related. We have a basic toolkit, nothing fancy, some spares for the bike, spare cables, spare tubes front and rear. I also use this, which is an electric air pump. I sort of use this to just check the air pressure on the go, because when you're riding long distances that sort of becomes an important factor. This is the chain lubing and cleaning system. I've got these from a company called Maxol, so I'll be trying this out for my ride. There's the lubricant, this is the chain cleaner spray, and I also have this helmet antibacterial spray. This really comes in handy when you're traveling long distances. Wearing a helmet, the inside of your helmet soon becomes not the most comfortable place, so carrying this sort of helps. And that's pretty much all the motorcycle related stuff: tools, spares, air pump, lubricants. I've got a little first aid kit over here as well. I've sort of miniaturized and compressed everything into this little pouch, so it has pretty much everything I need. Coming to the camping stuff, one of the things that I'm most excited about is this little pouch over here. So this one is basically a camping stove. My cooking skills are pretty limited, but still, just for the experience of it, I thought I would try cooking while camping this time. So this is a basic camping stove that works in butane. So the butane canister sort of goes attached like this, and there's a little lighter over here which you can use to light up the stove, and the pot goes on top. I obviously need to get a pot to use along with this, as well as a butane canister, so I'll be getting that along the way. So yeah, definitely something that I'm looking forward to using. So yeah, moving on, we got a headlamp over here, a lighter, and this is basically a whistle, a thermometer, compass, and sort of a magnifier to maybe start a fire. Fancy little thing if it ever comes to use. So coming to the main stuff, we have the 2-person tent, basic one from Decathlon. I've sort of removed the poles and kept it separately so that this sort of fits inside my saddlebag, and I sort of just tie these poles on the outside of the saddlebags. I also need to get a compact sleeping bag along with this, as well as a sleeping mat. So since I'll be doing all the camping much later during the trip, I won't be carrying everything from home. Whatever is left, including the sleeping bag, the sleeping mat, and the cooking utensils and stuff, I'll be getting along the way from one of the Decathlons. Now coming to the camera gear and the electronics, since I'm planning to cover this ride in a more comprehensive manner and make some content out of it, I've sort of gone full on, which means that the camera gear and all of the electronics sort of make up the bulk of my luggage. So to start off, I got a lightweight laptop over here. I've also got a hard disk. Always use cases. These are from a company called Tism. I sort of got it from Amazon. Bought both this as well as the laptop case. When you're traveling on a motorcycle, you want to keep them protected, so always use cases. I've also got my hands on the DJI Spark control combo. The DSLR goes over here, but I'm recording on it right now. It's the basic Canon 600D with a 1855 lens. The GoPro with the Boya microphone. All of the mounts, the mics including this one, go into this. This is again an air case which I got along with those. Earlier I just used to keep the mounts in my pocket or like in the backpack. I ended up breaking a lot of them or losing it altogether. So this comes with a little bit of padding, so it gives me some sort of protection, and I can sort of pop this into the tank bag or the backpack according to how I'm using it. Coming to the tripods, basic tripod from Amazon Basics. I also have this monopod and this flexi gorilla pod, which is the latest edition. Apart from that, I've also got the chest mount for the GoPro, and I believe this is called the jaw. Now, do I need all of these? I'm not really sure, but I know that it's better to have them than not have them when you need them, so I carry all of it anyway. Coming to the power section, I sort of carry all my chargers, cables, and all of that inside this little pouch. So the drone adapter, laptop charger, phone charger, camera charger, all the cables, all of that go in here. I also use the Belkin power adapter along with the Portronics USB hub. Both of them come with surge protection, must have while charging your expensive devices at shady hotels. So that's why I sort of went with these. Then a basic power bank, 20,000 mAh, MI, nothing fancy. We got a Swiss Army knife, super useful. Earphones, a lock, eye mask. I never used it, probably never going to. Documents, ID, bike papers, all of that, and a map, which is always cool. And this is a 10-liter compact backpack which I sort of use when I need to go on a hike and just take a few essentials with me. This is basically a waterproof waist pouch, which sort of you can use while you're at the beach or around some sort of water body and you're planning to take a dip, just to carry your essentials like your wallet, mobile, motorcycle key and all of that. Super useful. Sunglasses, cap, and one of my personal favorites, the Timex Command watch. Absolutely love this watch. Super excited to use this. Yeah, this is something that I'll be using for the trip. This is the Maximus Pro. I've already got the mount on the motorcycle, so I just fit it whenever I need to. I've used it on shorter rides before, but this is the first time I'll be using it on a proper long ride, so looking forward to it. And this is the Rhinox waterproof mobile case, just in case this lets me down or I ever need to keep the mobile on the motorcycle. Mobile phone. And this is a basic hydration bag from Decathlon. So yeah, this is everything that I'm planning to carry for this trip. No matter the duration of the trip, this is pretty much everything that I carry for any sort of longish trip. I've already made a checklist of all of these things on my travel blog, so you can check it out on thecluelessmoney.com. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So let's pack it up.